Yo, guys, what's up? Welcome to WAKU Radio, Season 2, EP 1. Today's guest, we got the Viking himself.
Damn.
George.
Yay, what's up, George?
And I got our host, Kobe.
What up, guys? We're back. We're back with a fucking first episode for season number 2. And we're stoked, man.
Yeah, we got some new equipment. We got some new backdrops. We got more comfier couches.
True.
We got a new computer. Hopefully it'll work. What do you think, George, of the new setup?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
I like how you put Buddha behind you.
Yeah.
It's like very zen with all the plants and everything, right?
No, for sure.
You feel like you're in nature. You almost want to like get down and naked and shit, you know, and be one with like the world.
I don't really feel like that right now, but
I mean,
it's nice.
You want to get naked in a room full of dudes? bro?
I don't know why I don't feel like that.
I mean, we do it every weekend.
Whoa, dude. God damn. You guys, not me.
Well, you know, we're during the weekdays.
Oh, man. But, dude, have you guys heard of what's going on with fucking Liver King right now?
Yo,
I know we're a little bit late to the party.
just a
You're
little.
starting it right into it.
Yeah, but that shit's crazy to me, man. Because I'm thinking about naked dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking Liver King
That was the first one that came into your head.
taking his shirt off, fucking saying, "Oh yeah, he's natty and shit." But come on, dude.
All right, first of all, anyone who's in fitness already knows he was not natty.
Hell no.
No. Here's the thing.
You don't get natty from eating liver and ball. I mean, you don't get that big from eating liver and balls.
I mean, he been telling people to eat testicles to look like him. Okay, so
For a long time. Yeah.
Yo, can you imagine if this was like the biggest troll? He's like, yo, I just want a bunch of dudes to eat a bunch of balls.
That is a big fucking troll, though. Yeah. Seriously, though.
He's like, yo, just eat balls and you'll look like this.
here's the thing is with him, like, I'm telling you, first of all, I think all this that happened is actually going to help him a lot. Because you've seen how many big podcasts he's been after that. Because now it's hot, so everybody, you know, it's the trend right now. So everybody, like how we are talking about him right now, you know? But everybody want to have him over. So I think that's actually going to help his business.
That's for sure.
But the only thing is, like, I get his point because he was like, I want to promote this healthy lifestyle. So I didn't want to put the accent on steroids for the kids that are watching, which is, it's normal. But in the same time, he's 40 something. How old is he? Right?
Yeah.
He's like 45 or something
Right.
like that. Right?
It's normal. Your body at this point, you don't produce as much testosterone, right?
Yeah.
So if you will say from the beginning, like, you know, hey kids, I'm older, so my body doesn't respond as well as you guys do, but I have to be on this. But for you young ones there, like, your body, it's amazing, right? It's a machine. Like, don't even touch it. When that time is gonna come, we talk about that time, you know?
Yeah.
But where he went wrong with that was he was saying like, "Oh, I don't use any steroid." You know, that I get your point. Like he's got the exposure through the podcast and shit like that. But the point is that I think it's gonna be worse for his brand now because now it's like it's not a trusted source. Because when you're dishonest with like a huge crowd like that, you lose a lot of fucking dude. People remember shit like that.
I know, but people also like a redemption story, you know?
Yeah.
When somebody fuck up and then
So what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Jump off of roids?
Well, I actually watched one podcast and he said he's going to jump off, but he's going to go more like the hormone replacement therapy route.
The TRT?
Yeah, like TRT or something.
But that's
like
what
that,
he's been
yeah.
doing anyway, because he said he's doing 0.6 a week. So that's
Oh, he is?
That,
Yeah, but
that
he
is
was-
basically TRT.
He was spending like what? Oh, no, he's spending a lot on HGH though, right? Yeah, that's
yeah.
what he was.
growth hormone.
Fucking massive.
Yeah, like what, 15,000 a month?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
That's a lot.
Could you imagine spending that much fucking money?
I mean, he built his brand on the way he looks.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't have a shirt on.
That's true.
You know, so if you building all your brand on the way you look, like, you have to kind of spend that kind of money on it,
Yeah.
you know?
True.
But here's the thing. You know what is though? He says that the Liver King brand, when he became public, it didn't really affect as much his business.
Because he said he was already making enough money.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's such a bullshit. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Nobody ever heard about eating liver and shit. Like, people who knew that that's good for you.
Yeah.
Nobody heard about that before he started with the Liver King.
true.
He got a private jet after.
Yeah.
It didn't affect the business whatsoever.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. I saw that too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a way for him to try to humble himself down a little bit, but you can just tell he's full of shit. I can't believe anything that guy fucking says anymore.
But right now he had to go to a doctor in LA to prove that his abs are actually real, you know?
Oh,
really?
yeah.
So he did a video. I saw it.
Yeah.
Somebody sent it to me. He's like, look, like now he's proving that his abs are real.
So
now,
is his abs real? I didn't watch that video.
yeah, the doctor said
they are real.
but it looked real. Like I have actual friends that I know personally, and they have those kind of abs.
Yeah.
Some people have just like different genetics on that.
Yeah.
And I never thought they are implants because they look solid. But I knew 100% he's on steroids.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, especially for his age, you know. I mean, like at 45, you can't, unless you're on stuff, you know, you can't really get that jacked. You can be being fit, like don't get me wrong. You could be definitely be in shape and like have decent muscle size, but it's not gonna be like the way he looks, you know.
There was this guy who was on More Dates, More Plates that they were talking about. Matt does workouts or something. I can't remember. But he's all natty and he's proven it. And he's actually gotten the guy that hosts More Dates, More Plates to randomly drug test him to prove that he's a natty. And he's pretty shredded, but nothing like fucking Liver King, dude. You can't get that fucking body ever. There's no way.
And here's the thing. He said that he's going to come off of them. You can.
No, you can't.
Like he had been on it for a minute.
Yeah.
He's old. Like his body most likely is not going to produce any natural testosterone. Like he has... His PCT right now has to be so important, and I bet he can have pretty good advisors and people that tell him what to do. But naturally, it's impossible for him. That's why he jumped in, because his body didn't produce it from the first place. So why would you think after you've been in it for a minute, all of a sudden now you're gonna be okay? You're just not. Like you have to stay on it,
forever.
Yeah, which is fine. But then just admit there's nothing, what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I'm not saying like, oh my god, he did. Like it's not like he committed a crime.
Yeah,
it's just
that's the one thing I kind of like don't really understand right now going on. Like, why is it so almost like taboo to talk about like if you're on steroids or something like that? You know, like if you're on steroids, I think like some people I think feel like have like an issue admitting that they're on steroids. You know?
Yeah, I mean, but that's also I think a lot of the times. A lot of people don't want to keep their health issues out there because it make them a little bit weaker or something like that. The other thing is most of the people who are on like recreational drugs like that, like trying to get big, they
recreational drugs.
Well, recreational, like like fucking, it is recreational, right? Because you're injected into your body to get the benefits out of it, but also using it for fun. So I think a lot of times the people who are using that, they want to get sponsored by some type of brand. And if your image is like steroids, there's no way you can legally sell steroids.
Yeah.
If you can legally sell steroids, every bodybuilder would come out and be like, I'm on this and I'm on this.
You can, like the doctor will prescribe you testosterone
That's true.
If you need it, or they'll prescribe you growth hormone if you need it. Like you can get it legally from a doctor, you know. But I don't know why. I think people they feel like they are cheating or something, and you're not a real athlete. But here's the thing, even if you are taking juice, you still have to train. Like it will help your recovery a lot. And you will probably gain some muscles easier and faster, but you still have to train.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
And if it's a sport like fighting, you will have some advantage in there, you know?
Yeah, some people think like taking steroids is like the instant, like you'll just be instantly like fit and healthy, and not healthy, but fit and just fucking jacked. Like, no, you still have to put in the work. Like I remember I went to my first powerlifting meet, and it was a non-tested meet, so people were able to use steroids and stuff like that. And these fools were weak and out of shape. Like they were fat, fucking weak. Like I was lifting more than most of them, and I was like, you guys are on steroids. I'm expecting like some crazy numbers. Like there was a few guys that you could tell like they took their training serious, and they were lifting heavy. But then there's a lot of other dudes that are just kind of like, why? You know, like
I think it's just because.
But I mean, like the whole point is like you still got to put the work into it. You know, it's not just like it's just not just gonna come to you like, oh, I'm gonna juice, and next thing you know, I'm gonna be deadlifting 600. You know, or looking like Liver King. You know, Yeah. But like with Liver King, I heard like he was taking all that because he was training like for, I guess from what I heard from his one of the podcast episodes he was on was because he would train 2 times a day just for him to feel mentally healthy, that his body wasn't able to recover properly. So that's why he started hopping on that, so he can still train hard, so he can keep his mental state healthier.
Well, you know, it's funny because I was doing some research on like some of the things that can actually affect you like your testosterone's dropping, and one of those things is actually overtraining. So if you overtrain you train too much, you actually can shut off your testosterone from your body. Yeah, which is fucking crazy. I never even thought about that. So I'm like, I don't understand how some of these people are working fucking, doing the day workout, and then they do their nighttime workout, and then they're fitting cardio in the middle of the day. Like, dude, your body's fucking shot. How the fuck? You know what I mean? So it makes sense when you say that.
Yeah. I mean, your body needs recovery. That's one thing to keep your testosterone, and just your mental health. Like, you need rest days, and you need to have good amount of sleep. Like, if you're not getting good sleep, that will bring down your testosterone. If you're training too much, that's going to bring down your testosterone. So you need your rest days, and you need to eat properly. If you're not eating properly, that's going to fuck up with everything too.
Yeah, but you know what the reality is? I think he just wanted to jump on steroids.
Yeah.
No one jumps on HGH.
HGH?
Yeah, no one just jumps on that and doesn't know why they're on HGH. Everybody, if the normal bodybuilder stuff is like testosterone, D-ball, tren, fucking DECA. Those are the things, you know what I mean? When someone jumps on HGH, they know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I mean? They know what the fuck they're doing.
He was taking IGF-1 and he was taking a bunch of peptides as well, right?
That's true, yeah. And you have to have some information on that.
For sure.
To understand. Because like any regular other guys that just jumps in it, they usually go the testosterone route first. That's the first thing. And then it's like trend. Like how many of our friends do we know started doing testosterone, and the next thing you know, they're on fucking
whole bunch of other shit.
Anavar, and then they go to Tren, and then they go Dianabol. It like they go down this route, and then all right, these motherfuckers are young motherfuckers, but it takes a certain individual to be able to afford HGH.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's so stupid when people start jumping in all this stuff just for look good.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest, but like your health it's so affected by that. Like, and I have a friend of mine, like he was like, oh, I want to jump on steroids. Like I want to be big like you. What should I take? Nothing. Don't do it. Like, that's exactly what it is. Don't do it. Why would you, are you planning on competing? Well, no. Okay, then why would you do it? Because I want to be big. For what? Like what's the benefit that's gonna bring you?
Yeah.
Because if you are planning on being a bodybuilder, you are not gonna get that far natural, and that's a fact. Because everybody's juicing, and you can push yourself as much as you want. You are not gonna be top 10, you know. And then okay, but that's a route that's a decision you're making, and you go that way, and you're gonna pay the price, you know. But if that's not your goal, why would you do that to your body? Why would you do that to your body? You know,
yeah, man. Some people, I don't know. I think people. I think growing up here in Las Vegas and just like meeting the different types of individual, everybody is so sucked into the way you look, right? It just becomes one of those things, an image thing. Like girls are getting Botox in their fucking face, and when nose jobs and fucking boob jobs and shit, right? Of course, guys gonna want to try to level the playing field. The only thing we have is muscles, right?
Well, I mean, I started seeing. I think you sent the video, right, where the guys started getting jaw injections, bring out their jawline more. Yeah.
Really?
So, like, you know how girls get Botox and stuff like that, or to make
fillers.
Fillers.
Yeah,
the guys are starting to do it in their jawlines, so their jawlines are more like defined and shit like that. I'm like,
well, we do live in a superficial city. Like, think what's going on. What's selling here? It's selling sex, not literal sex, even though that one sells too. But it's jobs that promote that. Like you go to nightclubs, like all the girls are hot. Like they bring you a bottle of something. They have to be hot. Yeah. You know, when they hire them, like it's tough to get that job. Yeah. You know, it's and the hottest ones will get it.
Of course, yeah.
And I mean, how are you gonna
hottest ones or the ones?
Wait, do that?
You know, the hottest ones are the one.
I mean, I don't know.
No, but what going back to my point is like, I think that's the reason why, you know, a lot of these younger dudes are jumping onto it and they're not. But I understand where you're coming from. You shouldn't do anything at all unless you're competing. And even then, you should really hit your max limitations before you even jump on something like that.
And it's not just that, you need to have some professional advice.
For sure.
Like you need to have someone that explains to you, tells you what's going to happen in your body, tells you how that's going to affect you long term, tells you how you're going to come back from that, because you need to recover. And then it's up to you if you want to, take that route,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And well, I mean,
one topic that we can touch. I mean, I kind of want to touch, but it's kind of a risky topic. Gender, how they're like.
Oh, okay.
So now since we're talking about hormones and all the steroids, like they're allowing kids. I think was it California passed a law or something like that where the child who's under 18 doesn't need a parent approval.
That's crazy.
To change to go change genders and start getting like hormone injections and stuff like that.
Wait, this is a real thing?
I think so. I came across the article. I can look it up later on after the podcast just to confirm it. But I mean, they're like it's like coming down to like the bodybuilding thing, like. It's all this like we know got this information behind us and everything, but these kids are like trying to change genders and fuck up their hormones, and they don't know anything about doing it. They're just like, oh, I want to become a man or a woman,
Right.
And it's like they have no idea what they're actually doing to their bodies, So it's kind of, and then like I saw like, and then even like there's doctors are just prescribing these kids like steroid, testosterone or estrogen or whatever, and there's like.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think
I'll look it up right now.
It always goes back to, like, I don't know. Did you hear about are you on Reddit ever?
On what?
Reddit?
No.
Oh. Sebastian, you're on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a whole thread, right? It's like a forum.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of people who have detransitioned because they transition at an early age. So we're talking about like, young kids or teenagers or something. And then as they get older, they want to detransition.
They want to go back. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a lot of the stuff on the thread basically talks about how it was such a huge mistake. They lost a lot of their health because of the transition.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Yeah. It's crazy how much that affects you, right? When you start putting fucking male hormones into a woman and a female hormone into a man. It's fucking crazy. But there's a whole like the whole forum on this. And they're just like, I can't believe I cut my penis off or I got the surgery for it. And now I can never get that vital thing back.
I found it. So I don't know if this article's, legit or not.
Yeah.
But it's from Northwest. We can post the link up and you guys can confirm it. But it says, young people in Washington state can't legally.
Washington, not California.
Yeah. I got my state mixed up. But it says Washington state can't legally buy cigarettes or vaping products until they're 21. But teens as young as 13 can now pursue gender reassignment medical procedures now that the Democratic-backed law has taken effect.
Hey, it's same, but different.
Yeah, and
liberal states.
But it's just crazy to think about. Like, I mean, can you imagine at 13? Like, I didn't know shit at 13. And the fact that I want to jump on and like start fucking with my hormones.
Bro, you don't know shit now.
Yeah, I still don't know shit now. I'm fucking retarded and I'm almost 30, But still, it's like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just wild to me,
But did you hear what I was just saying when you were searching it up? There's a whole Reddit thread talking about this shit.
Yeah, where they transformed and then fucking. They evolved to the next level Pokemon and they want to evolve.
No, but yeah, no, they're detransitioning, and a lot of these fucking dudes that injected these female hormones are now saying like, oh, I lost my vital organ, which makes me male because I went through the hormone stages and the surgery, and now I'm not a man.
Yeah,
well, I'm a man, but I don't have a penis.
It's like one of those things. Like, if you want to change.
Yeah,
but I think, especially at that age, you need all the information put in front of you. Like, look, if you want to do it, but this is the results.
No.
But let me understand this. When this thing started actually with the
transitioning?
Yeah. How long ago?
Probably a long time ago. I mean, but it just really became a thing like in the next 15, 20 years.
Why?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I'm not into this shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not pro it or against it.
Yeah.
I'm just having my own opinion. I think just people are busy with the wrong stuff. Like,
yeah, you think maybe the media is pushing it a little bit.
That's what I think so. Yeah, I think it's a lot of bullshit on social media. A lot of people that promote the wrong stuff, and now people start thinking it's your brain. It is a computer, So you feed it with some stuff, and now you're gonna start processing that and create a story in your head about it.
True.
And I'm like, oh, maybe that's why you're being an idiot, because you're the wrong sex.
I mean, we even talked. We talked about in our last podcast with Amber, right? Like how when she was younger, she wished she was a boy.
Yeah.
But then, you know,
What?
if you didn't watch it, she said when she was younger, she called it penis envy. So basically, growing up, she wanted to be, she was like, oh, being a guy seems so much more fun. I want to be a guy, blah, blah, blah. She never did anything like to pursue it, but it was just like a thing as she was growing up. It was a thing that she just thought, you know?
It was because, like, you know, boys had cooler toys and they were they had more freedom.
They didn't have to wear dresses and whatever. It looked cute. Because, you know, girls go through a tomboy phase, some of them, you know?
But yeah, but look at the toys for the kids. Like, the boys have like the cool stuff, the cars that you want to be a mechanic or some stuff, you know? And the girls have everything it's pink, so they put in their head like pink is the color, and all of them are just have pretty lips, pretty that. So it's basically implanting in your head since you're a kid what you should want, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's why I give, for example, my daughter, I give her whatever toy she wants. Like she asks Santa for Christmas that she want to get this car that's can climb the walls. So I'm like, oh, I want that stuff. Right. So she's like, oh, I want this car that climbs. So I had to talk to Santa to get her the car that climbs the wall.
Santa's the bank account.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah. No. I talked to him and I said, look, you better get her that. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Santa got it already, and is ready to give it to her.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody else.
For sure.
I'm independent. I don't need no woman. Imagine if men said that shit. Like how women say that shit.
I'm a strong, independent man. I need no woman in my life to do my laundry, to do my dishes.
That's bullshit, man. Every man needs a woman.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, that's true. I agree. But, hey, George, you want to play a quick game?
Sure.
All right, cool. I'm going to ask you a random question, okay?
All right.
And then we all debate about it. Or we all tell our opinions, and then we just debate.
All right, cool. Top of the deck, middle of the deck, or bottom of the deck?
Middle.
Got it. All right. Speaking of, you know, having chicks, do you believe couples counseling is necessary or a waste of time?
Okay, so I'm laughing because I have a story with this.
Oh, okay.
So I had an ex of mine, right? And she was like, we need to go to couple counseling, right? This shit. You're like, no, we need to, because we need to give this relationship a chance and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, fine, if that makes you happy. So we went there, right? And it's this older chick in her like 40s. So we get in, you know, start talking about our issues. And she's like, well, me in my relationship, when I was with my husband, like this, we did like that. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
The counselor would say that?
Yeah. So
Wait, the counselor is the 40-year-old?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And she was saying when she was
so she would start giving an example about her relationship. So I was like, okay, cool.
That she's not in it anymore.
I don't give a shit. But okay. So I keep talking about my issues. And she's like, well, when I was married and I divorced my husband, so I was like, so at one point I was like, bitch, listen, like, we're here to talk about your issues or my issues. I'm paying you for this shit, and now I know half of your marriage, you know? And I don't feel like you helped me with shit so far. You know? So I told him, like, listen, I did this for you.
Right.
I ain't gotta do it again. Like, that was such a fucking waste of my time.
Okay, you know? So it's definitely a waste of time for you.
At least my experience was it. I don't know. Maybe somebody else out there it's better. Like, I don't want to shit on them, you know? Maybe it does help. But in my case, it didn't help whatsoever.
That makes sense.
But I do believe that, you know, if you have, we all have our baggage, you know, we all have our issues, you know, when you get maybe into a relationship, that's what probably is good to fix them before you get into one.
True.
But I think if you fix because you know what's your problems, we all know what we're dealing with and what we should do about it. And if you do that and you are good on your own, and if she does the same and she is good on her own, then I think you guys are going to be good together. You don't need to couple counseling. Because you will need a counseling because you have some issues you're carrying with you, and she has some issues she carries with her, and now you bring your issues to the table, then she brings her issues to the table, and you guys keep fighting, and we need couple counseling. No, you just need to fix your fucking issues. I have to fix my issues, and when we're good, we are not going to bring any issues. We're going to talk about whatever we have to do, you know?
Yeah, but I think sometimes people don't see that they have issues. Sometimes people think they're perfect.
I know.
Very true.
I deal with that too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you should work on this.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Like this. I'm telling you as your partner that I love you and take care of you. You should maybe look into this because no. well, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you don't love me the way I am? Well, fuck you, right?
But I do, but it's always rooms for improvement. Okay? You can always, you want to aspire to get better, right?
What's that? I'm a 10.
Then go fuck yourself. Right?
What do you think, Seabass? What do you think, man? Do you believe couple counseling is necessary or a waste of time?
I personally think counseling is a waste of time.
You do?
Yeah, I think a lot of things you can resolve on your own if you're just honest with yourself or honest with your partner. But that being said, a lot of people have a hard time being honest with themselves or honest with their partner.
That's true.
So if you can't be honest with yourself, then you might need a counselor to help you become honest with yourself. Because sometimes I think if you do have a third-party perspective and they're good, not like yours where she was just complaining about her problems, but then I think there's something that can work out there, you know?
Yeah, but you said even exactly the way you said it. If you cannot be honest with yourself and you have to work, what that means, you have to work on yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're honest with yourself, probably you're not going to need the counseling because now you're going to be honest in the relationship as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So that's why I don't really 100% agree with counseling. I think it's a waste of money because you're just there talking to some person who, for all we know, could be a piece of shit. And like, that's why I say if you have a legit good counselor and they're like good, then go for it. But if you're going to like some random person that's like, I'm a couples counselor, and then you run into someone that's like, well, are you in a relationship right now? No, you're single. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys not together. Are you in a relationship right now? No, you're single. So what the fuck do you know about a relationship? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion on, on it, you know?
I mean, my thought on that is I think it should be a very last resort. I think if you can't figure that shit out together, it should definitely be a last resort. And hopefully you don't have to get to that point because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of times.
Listen.
Hold on. Let me finish this. I think a lot of time people already know what the fucking problem is. Right? They just put the blame on each other. Instead of just dealing with your fucking problems, it's easier to blame someone else, especially in a relationship. Like when you always bring shit home and, you know, you take it out on the other person. That's usually what happens. So sometimes when you don't feel good about yourself, you start arguing. And I think that, you know, you need to figure out by looking inside and fixing that problem. But people don't have the balls to do that.
For sure.
Yeah.
But listen, this is such an American thing. Like we should go to couple counseling.
Yeah.
Bitch, you need a friend that sits down and is going to tell you straight up, you are a fucking bitch, you're an idiot. And that's the counseling. Like, that's going to be the best counseling. Like, if I know you and I know your chick, and obviously I see how you guys act, and now you have some issues, I'm be like, listen, motherfucker, sit down.
Yeah.
You do this wrong. You do this wrong. Why the fuck you do? He wants this because he tells me that.
True,
He doesn't have the balls to tell you, but I'm telling you because I don't give a fuck.
But not everybody has a friend like you, George.
But then what the fuck you doing with your life?
Not everybody has a friend like you.
Then what you doing with your life?
Some people are just highly focused on their family, right? It's just the husband and wife, right? You got that relationship, and then there's kids, and then go to work. During that time, there's none of those friends that are gonna be like, "Hey, look, I'm just telling you right now, you need to start sucking his dick more."
But that's a lonely. You know what I mean? Why would you? I think it's the way you set up your life. Why would you set up your life like that? You need to have a tribe. You need to have a couple of friends. Like, let's be fair.
That's true.
You cannot talk with your woman shit. You can talk to me. Like you can't.
Yeah,
you know, like true. You can tell me some subjects about some shit that I will understand. And if you go to your chick, she's gonna look at you like, and then you what? Then you hold it inside of you because now you're not letting it out. You do need to have some friends. You need to have some boys. Like,
no, that's
I'm
true.
A man, you're a man.
Yeah.
If you have some kind of issues.
I got tons of those friends. Trust me, I am that friend that's going to tell you straight up, like, dude, stop being a fucking pussy.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'm just saying, like, out of the 90% of fucking people, some of these people have no other people. And I'm talking about in general, right? I'm not talking about, like, just our selected groups because we all have that fucking friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Vegas is very open-minded when it comes to our fucking opinions. Right? Everybody's got a fucking opinion out here. But what I'm saying is, like, if you think about like the traditional fucking family household, you know, husband and wife, they both go to work. Husband leaves earlier than wife. Wife comes home at fucking 5 o'clock, or maybe she's stay-at-home mom. She don't got no fucking friends. And if she does have friends, they're all just gossiping housewives that fucking talk about stupid shit instead of figuring out what the fuck is wrong. And I can tell you one of two things. If she just blows her fucking man more, he'll be a lot happier. That's a guaranteed fucking fact. And then the other thing is, if he just helped around the house a little bit, I guarantee she'd be happier. That's just how it is. Those are always the problems.
Yeah, but the thing is, the man needs to give her reasons to blow him.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. There doesn't need to be a reason.
I think another reason why they don't really talk to their friends too, like, you know, how we have like honest friends like we can talk to, but I think a lot of people don't have honest friends. You know, I feel like they also have this image they want to portray too, you know, like, oh yeah, we're such a happy couple, we got no issues. And then can you imagine like, oh, I just told Becky this, Becky just told Jennifer this, Jennifer just told Diane this,
it's that
Diane
shit.
And then next thing you know, it's like, what is that phone game, the telephone game?
Right. It's a gossiping telephone,
Oh, it was just like, oh man, he didn't clean the dishes. And it ended up being like, she slapped him in the face.
Yeah.
Wait, what? This whole conversation was about me not doing the dishes, not slapping you in the face.
He threw water in her face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
I just know that just from like just seeing like, you know, like social media, like people try to portray like, I'm such a happy couple.
But we see
look at us doing this together. Then you see them and they're arguing all the time.
Yeah, we see that with our friends and our family too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you ever get one of those stupid Christmas cards?
Yeah.
And the whole family's on the fucking card, the dog and shit. And then you see them, you stop by, and you see how they really are. And they fucking yell at each other, fucking hate each other. The wife's fucking cheating. The kids are smoking weed in the backyard. They're like 12. You know what I mean?
Well, every family has their issues, but at the same time, you should not like wash your laundry in public, you know?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if you have issues in the family, you're going to figure out in the family. Mm-hmm. You're not going to go to everybody and like, you know what my wife did? You know? Like, oh, no way. She did that? You know? Like, obviously, you're not going to do that. But in the sense, that's where you need those cool, close friends. You know, that's where you need that your wife did that, but you're not going to go tell strangers, but you have your homie there to be like, fuck. So I don't know how to do it.
You don't got homies you can talk to about this shit. Go get new homies.
Yeah, 100%.
Or hit us up. We'll talk to you.
Just message us
for counseling.
Just DM us and we'll tell us WAKU counseling.
All right, let's go to the next one. Is talking about sex on the first date a bad idea, George?
Depends how the date goes, I guess. But I don't think so. No. I mean, if you're dating someone and you really want to pursue, I mean, it's the first date you said,
First date, yeah.
First date.
Yeah. Depending what's your goal. If it's your goal, like you been chasing this chick or you really want her and you are finally with her on the date, then probably should leave it. But if you just, you know, it's a booty call, then yes, because you need to know what to expect. And if she says some shit that you know you're not about, then it'd be like, okay, like I have to.
Yeah, she keeps talking about big ass dicks. Red flag.
Yeah, that's a tough one. She like say you, she's like, you're Asian. So the biggest dick I've ever had.
I like big dicks.
Like fuck.
So my ex, right? He had a massive
big
one.
dick like that.
Yeah, and he was just like, whoa. And you're just sitting there like, oof.
Oh man.
What you thinking about the medium-sized one?
So I got a husband dick.
Very true. I agree with that one. Yeah.
I got a husband dick, you know, it'll satisfy the job, but it ain't gonna, you know, it ain't gonna throw you to the next dimension or anything like that.
So what is that? What's the final answer on that?
Oh yeah, I would talk about a sex first date. I've done it before, so
yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, you know, because you're trying to get to know the other person, you know. So I mean, sex is a major part, I think, in a relationship. So if you're, I mean, why not bring it up in the beginning?
Sure.
You know, like what do you like? You know, or like, do you like sex? Are you sex? Like, are you, you know, what is it? Do you have a big libido or some shit? You know,
Big libido. How's your libido, huh?
I meant to say sex.
Before we continue anything, how's your libido? Is it big or it's small? Huh?
Oh my god. Dude,
I meant to say sex drive, but libido was the first word that came to my head.
I thought you were gonna say I thought
Libya?
like
You got a big labia or what?
Big ass labia or what, dude?
Yeah, you got some butterfly wings on that shit.
George, you don't like the fucking roast beef, bro?
The big lip.
Yeah,
Like, yo, I want some Arby's.
oh,
You know, like the ones where you're eating it out and you can feel it on the side of your cheeks.
I don't know. I don't do that. I'm not into that.
Yo, let me add some sauce to this bitch.
oh, dude. Nah, but I don't even remember what the question. Oh, sex on the first day. I think you should definitely state your intentions. Mm-hmm. I think you got to sexualize a little bit because I think girls think you're boring if you're not willing to push that. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck wants to go on a first date and start talking about marriage right off the bat, or like, you know, work or anything like that? I think you got to push it a little bit. You got to create a little bit of sexual, like that sexual tension. Mm-hmm. You're good.
I mean, that's with any date. You know, you want to create that sexual tension, and a good way about it is just you know bring up sex.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, if you talk about sex the whole time, she's gonna be like, yeah, "This guy's just trying to fuck."
Like, I don't.
He just wants to fuck.
I don't recommend bringing it off the rip. You know, like you just sit down, get a beer or whatever, drink. Like so.
You're like fucking.
Yeah, you're like, get to know her a little bit.
Something serious with you, but I want to know from the beginning. Do you?
How big is your libido?
She goes, "How big is your libido?"
Like, oh.
It's husband size.
Depending on if I'm steroids or not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Fuck.
Oh man, that's a good question.
Oh god, my fucking face hurts.
But I like those cards. They're funny.
We should do one more.
All right, one more.
Yeah, one more.
If your true love was someone you're not married to, would you leave your current partner for them?
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, that depends on the situation, because if you are with someone and you are happily married and you have kids and family.
Yeah.
But first of all, how did you find that true love?
I mean, let's say, I don't know, it could be a girl that you work with, you bump into her, you know. It goes back, well, I don't want to change the subject, but you know, you ever heard of like how some people say like, oh, as soon as I met her, I knew I wanted to marry her?
Yeah.
That's never happened to me,
right.
But I would say that's how you find your true love if you're already married.
My dad said that.
Yeah, really?
I was like, how did you figure out you want to marry mom? When I saw her the first time, I knew I'm gonna marry her. Well, how the fuck did you know that? Like, what? I just knew it.
Something in the air.
Yeah, it was. I had the feeling.
Damn.
I mean, how many girlfriends you had before that? First one. Cool. That explains a lot.
My first one and my last one.
Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, it depends on the situation. Let's say your situation right now. Let's say you're married, you have a kid, okay, and you bump into a girl and you're like, dude, this is the one, bro. What you gonna do, bro?
I don't know. Like if I would be happily married, if my woman respects me and we have a good relationship,
yeah.
Like I don't know. I think it will be tough to just leave that family and leave the woman that been there for you and respects you, and you know, we build something together just because how do you know she's the one? Because if you just hang out a little bit with her and she's nice, I'm like, oh, that's the one. But if you move in and you just figure out another side of her, and now you left the family for that, now you're fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you're fucked.
Yeah,
you know,
you're really fucked. You're fucked. Yeah. But what if you go to your wife and you're like, honey, I think I found my true love. It is not you. Are you okay with me trying this shit out? She's gonna fucking murder you.
Just like, hey babe, you know, I think we should spice up the relationship a little bit. Do you feel like it's getting stale?
You still what?
You feel like it's getting stale? You know, your libido is not that big.
It's stupid. What do you think, Seabass? Hard one. It's a hard one.
It is a hard one because it depends on the relationship. But for example, if I was married and had a family and everything, and I was completely happy, like there's really no major issues. She lets me live my life, do what I need to do, pursue my goals. I would say probably not. I probably wouldn't because I'm stable.
Yeah,
and I'm in a stable, you know, situation. If it's not stable, then, you know, what's the saying? Like, don't leave your home for a hotel room?
I don't know.
Or a motel room or something like that?
No, I never heard it.
Yeah.
I don't know. whatever. I just want to saying something I heard somewhere on YouTube, probably.
I feel like you spend a lot of time on that YouTube.
Oh, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I like to hear other people's opinions on topics. You know,
I never heard that one.
That's what happens when you have no kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, speaking of, like, not having no kids, I'm gonna go off topic, but like you know, a lot of my friends have kids and like families and shit, and I'm sitting there.
When you
like,
gonna grow up?
Yeah, single. I don't know, man. When I find the right one to grow up with, you know. But until that happens, you know, I'm gonna. But like, there's times I'm just like, you know, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, should I be doing more? Like, I don't have that much responsibility. I just go to work, do my thing, pay my bills, and that's it, you know. But then, like, I don't have to take care of a kid. I don't have to take care of a girlfriend. So I'm like, so sometimes I'm just sitting there like, I feel like I need to do something more. But I'm like, there is nothing for me to do. Like, I do everything I need to do, you know? Like, but I don't have like a kid, like, oh, dude, like, for example, like, I hate you, so I'm like, oh, I got, you know, my son or whatever. Or, you know, some other friends I have, hey, you want to hang out? Oh, I got my son, or I got, you know, my wife or whatever. And I'm like, damn.
So you're that guy in the you're that guy in the relationship. Like everybody is no serious. It's doing like what a man's supposed to.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there. You want to go have a drink? Yeah, bitch.
Bro, it's not like I'm not trying. Like,
dude, you've become that meme, dog. Dude, you've become that meme, dog. Oh man,
dude, I am becoming that meme. Fuck,
that's crazy. They made movies about your ass.
They definitely, dude. I've been watching some rom-coms and I'll be like, it's me. Yep.
Yeah, you're that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah, dude. No, but going back answering your question, I think that just personally depends on you.
Yeah.
Because like even I don't know about you, George, but even for me, like as a parent, I feel like I ask that question all the time. Like, should I be doing more? Like I should be doing more.
Yeah.
Like I have a kid, I should be doing way more. You know what I mean? Even though our time is like shrank, but it's like I don't know. When I became a parent, I wanted to maximize my time more because I didn't have that much more time. So like now, like I don't know, you know, he's homeschooled, right? So I got him from like 8 until fucking 2:00. After that, I just try to jam everything in, and I'm like, oh, what can I do? You know, I gotta make food, dinner, whatever, blah blah. And there's nobody else here to help me out. You know what I mean? So, but even after that, when I'm done with him, and I have to go and live my own shit, I still try to do my own thing too. Like, damn, I gotta do this, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
So that's why when you call me and I'm like, nah, dude, I can't hang out.
Yeah, but like, it's like, for example, like I've knocked out a lot of my things. I have nothing to take care of, you know, it's just me. So it's not like I have to like take care of like a kid or a pet or anything. It's just me. So like I'll knock out my errands, I'll knock out my work, and then I have a whole day left and I'm like, I feel like I should be doing more work, but
Get
like,
a dog.
No, I don't want a dog. I don't want to take care of a dog.
You don't want to grow up. Just say that.
You made a good point. You don't want responsibility, dog.
True. I don't know. Maybe.
You got the.
I'm a free bird, you know.
You got your. You got your responsibility for your personal life, but you don't want to take on anything else that's major.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So that's just.
Get a lizard then, like me.
You got a lizard too?
You know, actually, I did step up my responsibility. I got a snake plant. Got to water that bitch once a month. And then I talk to it every once in a while. Like, you feel good? You good? You good? Yeah, you good? Here's
you got
some water.
enough water, dog?
Yeah. Cool. Stick my finger in the soil. You dry.
Yeah, I know. I got 1,000 fucking plants in here, so this is just responsibility on top of shit.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, do you homeschool the kid? You said. How is that working?
It's fucking exhausting.
But do you have a tutor or how you do that?
Yeah, so it's like a virtual teacher, but I still have to help him out. Like I still have to sit there, guide him through homework and shit like that.
Why did you decide to do that?
It's just easier because he travels back and forth from here to Hawaii.
Oh, because the mom is in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So it's the only way, because if I would have put him in public school, he wouldn't be able to see her unless it was like spring break. You know what I mean? So this way, I can send him over there for 6 months of the school year, and then I can get him the next 6 months of the school year.
How you doing? How are you doing with the?
I mean, there's really not 12 months of school, but you know, like 4.5.
How you share the custody?
50-50.
No, but what's the schedule?
Well, he does school here, but it just depends. Like wintertime, he's usually here. Like usually after summer, he'll come back here, so he'll stay. It just depends when he. So let's say, for example, like he comes here in August. He's here until probably like February, and then from February until August, I guess we can say that.
Here's the thing, man. Like it sucks so much in situation, and we have now a lot of friends that they are single dads, and for some reason now it is a thing because most of my friends are single dads, which is crazy. Like it's not like a family, and it sucks, man. It sucks both for you as a father to raise it like that, and for the kid too. Like how many times your kid is telling you that you wish to be together or wish we'll have a different or he's not mentioning.
It's weird. My son has never brought that up. No, but that's because I started dating the girl that I'm with now since he was like 3.
Right.
So he didn't really know any better. You know what I mean? And,
right.
And he did ask at one point like why aren't you with mom? You know what I mean? It was like, look, we just didn't, didn't
work out.
Yeah, mom and dad just we care about you. It's not your fault, but you know, it's not you. We just wanted to make sure like that was clear, so he didn't blame himself.
Right.
It was just like it was just us. Like we just couldn't be in the same place.
This is a topic that nobody actually talks about, but it's tough being a single dad with a kid because
it is.
And here's the thing: don't get me wrong. I love my daughter. I love spending time and stuff, but in a way, it's not our job description. I don't know how to say it another way,
Yeah.
Because I love spending time. I love playing, but when it's time to teach her how to wash her butt or teach her how to do this, teach her how to do the hair, like I fucking don't know. Like how should I teach you? And I have no idea how to do it. And you have to take all this mom responsibilities, and makes it hard because that takes away from you trying to achieve something else, And then what you're gonna do? You're gonna take time away from your kid, So it's everybody that there's now with the baby mama, everybody's struggling in a way or another. And I hear some stories like guys are struggling bad, and how much shit the baby mama is giving to the father, and how much garbage he has to listen to every time. And then you're wondering why the man doesn't pursue stuff that he want to pursue. Like, man, listen, you are a second mom.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for example, like in situation like me or other immigrants, you have no family here.
That's true.
You have nobody to help you. And then you can hire a nanny, but now you have a stranger raising your kid.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had nannies like taking care of my little one too. But now I'm like, I don't know exactly what you guys been doing. I don't know what she's telling you. I don't, I mean, you trust the person obviously, but up to what point,
Yeah.
And you wish the mother will be there, and you wish you want to see the kid every night when you come home from work or whatever. The kid is there and welcomes you, but then you don't, and then you have to wait another week or whatever how your setup is to see it. It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks. And it's and how did we get here? I think we get here because we are fucking idiots and we fucking pull our dick where we're not supposed to. And we do thing with our dicks. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, dude, you're so right.
I mean, coming from like, someone that grew up with like split parents, I think if like that happened to me at a young age, right? I think it affected me differently than if it was happening to me in a later age. Because like when it happens at a young age, and I can tell this from like personal experience, that like it just seems normal. Like you don't really question it. You're just like, oh, I think this is just normal. My mom and dad are separate. They're here, there. I spend some time there. I spend some time here. I spend maybe a year with them. I spend a year
two Christmases.
You get 2 Christmases, 2 Thanksgivings. You get double the gifts. You think you get the double the gifts, but you really get the same amount of gifts.
Right. But you've been having your sister too. So it was 2 of you going through that together.
Well, yeah, but her and I, when we were growing up, we didn't really
like each other.
Yeah, we didn't really like each other. So it wasn't like, it wasn't like, oh, hey, come here, let's go play toy. It was like, fuck you, you took my toy away, you little. I wasn't saying bitch, but I was a kid,
Okay, but still, you've been going through the same shit with someone. Like, it's not you've been going by yourself and questioning it. Like, it's 2 of you.
I do think it did mess up what I think a family should be like.
For sure.
Because, if I was to grow up, because I watch people like, like your family, other families, and I'm like, oh, like my family's not like this, And then it kind of makes me feel like I'm missing something, I'm like a family perspective. Like I'm like, I don't really understand like what a family really is,
Yeah.
Like I can I have an idea of it, but like, to me, most of my family I consider as my friends, because I grew up with them. I learned from them and all that shit, and I don't blame my parents at all. It's just how I feel about it, like, my dad was out there working. He taught me lessons. My mom was out there working. She taught me lessons. I grew up with my grandparents. They taught me lessons, but like a lot of I don't know.
But here's the thing. Some kids has issues that have been in a family that's been a normal family, but the parents are fighting all the time. And now they are yelling at each other. They are screaming. They are, getting aggressive. And now the kids has to see all that.
Yeah.
That's traumatic too,
Oh, it is. Because so
then obviously you better be separated in this. But that's exactly what it comes down to. Be careful who the fuck you're putting your dick into.
Straight up, dude.
Like, and the old way of like you're being a virgin
Yeah.
and you're meeting this chick and you get together and then you test the waters, that's not working anymore. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you have to be fucking dating and you have to know that person. You have to understand everything before you commit. Like, okay, I want to stay with you, you know?
But you know, this is we're talking about a very Western society, though. This is a Western problem.
For sure. Back home, we don't have that issues.
Yeah, you guys know none of that issues. Like, it's just certain places. Like, it's such a small percentage of like this problem. You know what I mean? But it speaks so loud because we have the most fucking vocal freedom to talk about anything we want to talk about. But you're right. I think you definitely got to be careful who you stick your dick in. And I tell him that all the time. I'm like, bro, you got to be careful, dog, because one day.
That's why I'm very cautious.
One day, dude, it's going to be the wrong chick.
And even if I have a assumption that I might have, let something in there.
Think about how many like successful
Plan B breakfast.
Yeah, think about how many successful dudes like businessmen, like just normal dudes, and then they just stick their dick in the wrong chick and it fucking tears everything apart. Everything apart. That's why I'm like, dude, pussy's like, it's just scary, bro. I'm not saying like be scared of pussy, but just be careful who you fucking nut in. You know what I mean? Like that shit is terrible.
Just don't nut in anyone. Just wrap that shit up.
For sure.
But even
Learn
then,
some
like
semen retention.
You hear about these dudes that get like a vasectomy and they still get these girls pregnant.
Yeah,
that shit's scary, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Or even like the guys that are on steroids and they're fucking like they got no swimmers, but they still get bitches.
Dude,
pregnant.
if a chick says she's
they need to do a DNA test. Oh, this guy is.
That's another thing. You know, every birth nowadays should come with a paternity test. You know, did we talk about that? Was it him?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think we've been talking about it.
In Jamaica and the Bahamas, how they're forcing paternity.
Oh no,
tests
that I
now?
don't know. No, tell me.
Yeah,
we talked with him. No.
Yeah,
I forgot who though, but yeah.
So in the Bahamas, right, and in certain countries, I can't really remember all of them, but they're actually every childbirth now requires the woman to declare who the man is that got her pregnant. And those men or that man has to go and get a paternity test in order to prove it.
Like that's how they know how big of a host their girls are. Yeah, their women are.
No, but it's in certain countries it's so normal because there's such a high rate of fraud, like like women cheating and being promiscuous, right? Now it's one of those things where it's like, I'm Sebastian's the father. Oh, really? Okay. Well, we're gonna demand that every fucking dude on the panel goes and gets a paternity test to prove it before he even writes his name on that fucking birth certificate.
Right.
That's crazy.
I think that's right.
I think that's right too.
That's the right thing to do. I mean, like, why would you want to play another man's game?
But what kind of woman do you have? If you're not 100% confident that kid is yours and you have to do a test.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. Too.
Goes back to what we said. Be careful where you stick your dick in.
Yeah, I mean, what if they're single? They're just like fucking around. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, hey, I'm pregnant.
But even then, though, like you can be so careful and you can be with the sneakiest of all girls. You never know.
That's why I say all the time, use a condom and you fill that bitch up with water after you're done and squeeze it, make sure nothing's leaking, and then you flush that condom down the toilet.
Yes.
You're safe.
You wash that bitch out.
Yeah. I don't wash that. I make sure it's all in there and I keep it in there and I just put it all in the toilet and flush it.
Man,
I don't want to scoop up the sink and then like.
Wait, do that again?
I don't want to scoop up the sink and then rubber clit.
You say, wait, you had that again?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? Because I watch all you guys. I'm like, damn, I don't want to be like that.
Hey, fuck you.
No, there's nothing wrong with you. You guys, you have lovely children. I just, I want that family experience.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody did.
We wanted the family experience too. We just
fucked up. Now we pay. Learn from our mistakes.
Exactly what I'm doing. That's why.
Yeah.
Right. They took it to another extreme.
Yeah. I checked that.
You have nobody.
Yeah.
True. 30. Nobody. Yo, I was so good and so cautious. I'm still,
he went fucking abstinent off the fucking relationship, dude.
Dude, I did.
God, that's crazy.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm getting to that point where I'm just like, fuck. I'm like almost like wanting a relationship. I'm not gonna lie, because the thought happened Sunday. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You know, when the chick came over and whatever, and like it was literally one of those moments. I hope she doesn't watch this.
So the Sunday chick. What
Which Sunday? Which Sunday?
Yeah, I'm not saying which Sunday, but I'm
not saying which Sunday.
There's a lot of Sundays.
Oh my god!
But this specific one on this Sunday, I was kind of
the tall one, no?
I'm not saying anything. Anyway, like you know, we're doing our thing, and there was a point where I'm just like, I felt like a girl faking an orgasm, but I wasn't faking an orgasm because I didn't orgasm. I was just like fucking. I was just like thinking about other things. I was like, damn, I kind of want this to be over. Like, fuck. Like it was. I was like, yeah, you feel so good. Yeah, it's so tight.
You should send her home.
That's so sad.
Yeah, and then I started thinking about relationships. I was like, dang, I need a relationship.
That's such a sad experience,
dude. It was pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, fuck. And then you know, then we laid there, and I was like, you should probably go. I mean,
see yourself out.
I didn't kick her away. I didn't kick her out right away. I'm not an asshole.
It's like one of those post-nut clarity things.
Yeah, but I didn't even post-nut.
I know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
It's like one of those times. It's like
You
like
said it post-nut clarity?
it's like, you know, it's like
Wait, you never heard of post-nut clarity?
No.
you never heard of
you
that?
nut. You know, after you nut, you can think straight, and you're like, damn, why did I do that?
You ever had that?
Oh yeah, every time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the time when you and while you're nutting on, you're like, oh fuck, you just go home. Like you are getting disgusted right away. Back in the days.
Like, damn, I can't believe I just slayed this dragon.
Ah, I gotta take one for the team. God damn it. At least the homie got the good one.
Yeah, man, I remember this one story in Cali. I was with a homie, and dude, I took a grenade, man, for real. I was like, bro, I'm doing this for you, man.
Let's talk about fear, man. Let's talk about fear.
Oh, I had actually a conversation with my daughter about it.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
What'd you tell her?
She is shy, right? So she's scared to do things. So I'm like, hey, whenever you feel like you're scared to do something, that's exactly the time to do it. Oh, because I'm scared. But that's exactly what you have to do. So you're not going to be scared about it anymore. Otherwise, you're always going to be scared about it. And that's when you're going to grow. So she's like, yeah, how you do it? I'm like, oh, shit.
Just do it.
So I have to tell her a whole story how I did it for her to understand and be like, oh, and that was cute at the end. It was like, that's how you have to do. You have to face it, right?
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
That's good, man. Yeah.
How are you dealing with it?
My son's kind of a daredevil, man. I think maybe it's like a boyish nature, but yeah, my son is very fearless. He's always jumping off of shit. But that's what I'm saying. It might be because he's a boy. Like, which boy didn't do all those things? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think boys are more prone to do, you know, fearless shit. That's also brings a good point of why the wage gap in America.
Oh man, we're going there.
Women are just afraid to do shit in order to get paid like men, and they just complain, man. You know what I mean? But no, back to fear though. Back to fear. That's what it is. I think my son is just a daredevil. I don't ever have to tell him, and when I do, I challenge him. Like, dude, why are you being a pussy? Like, I don't say it like that, but I'm like, why are you being a little like scaredy cat, right? And then he's just like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you are. You're being a total big one right now. Like, just go do it. It's like, fine, I'll go do it. And then he'll like, you know, backflip into a pool or front flip into a pool or whatever. But girls are different, man. If you raise them to be like really like fear tolerant, I don't know. You might have a wild one. She's gonna be fucking. You ever seen the what's her name? The one that swims with sharks?
I don't know.
What's her name? You know who I'm talking about?
No.
She was the one that was recorded, the only one to ever swim with the largest shark that's ever been on camera. It was
really?
Like, yeah, it was huge. And she was like grabbing onto the shark and shit. But I'm saying, if you raise your daughter to be fear tolerant, she's going to be one of those chicks, like just fucking doing all types of crazy shit. You know what I mean? But even the little things is good, because the girl I'm with now, I feel like she's like kind of like in a way like your daughter, very shy of everything. Mm-hmm. But I don't think she's ever been taught that you should just face your fears, like, you know, like fatherless home type of shit, right?
Right.
She didn't have anybody to show her like, dude, like, just go fucking do it. Just try it. What's gonna happen? You're gonna get a no. You're gonna fucking cry a little bit, and that's it.
Right.
You know. But it's good that you're teaching her all these things, though.
Hopefully, she's gonna remember them.
I think she will. I think she will for sure. You just got to keep pushing it.
Right. Keep reminding.
Yeah, it's that broken record. You know, like when you hear your parents growing up, they're like, fuck. All right, mom, all right, dad, right? And then one day you're like, fuck.
They were right.
Yeah, they were so right.
For sure.
Yeah.
You just don't want to admit it when you're little because you think you know better, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you remember your dad's words.
Yeah, even now, man. Even now when my dad tells me shit, I'm like, all right, fine. But then I'm like, all right, he's right. He's right. Yeah.
How you deal with fear? Because you have no kids to tell us how you deal with that.
How I deal with fear?
Yeah.
It's just one of those moments where I'm like right there and it's about to happen, like whatever I'm trying to do, you know, like for instance, skydiving and shit. And it's like a switch that just turns off and I just go, fuck it.
So you live WAKU.
Yeah, I live WAKU basically. Like for example, like, like when I went skydiving is the best example I can say. Like I was ready, like I was the first one off the plane and I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm like, what if I die, blah, blah, you know? And there's a switch that turns off and just, I'm like, fuck it. If it happens, it happens. Yeah. You know,
I mean,
or
that's that kind of an experience that you don't really have an option because the guy's not going to just take you back down. Just, you know, do you have another one?
Another one? Actually, this moment, yeah. This one was actually...
He's like, you paid for this shit, you better jump up.
You got to jump anyway, so I don't know why you're being scared right now.
This one actually, I would say is actually one of my scariest moments in my life, actually. So I think I told you when I was in Hawaii, right?
Oh yeah.
There's an area that you go snorkeling, you know, and they're like, oh, you should wear a life vest and you should wear paddles. The currents are strong. I'm like, I'm a good swimmer. I got this. And I swim out there, and I'm swimming out there. I'm gonna sum this story up pretty quick, but I swim out there, and the currents take me out fucking far, like a football field distance from the beach, where the land is. And I'm like, and I'm getting fatigued now, and it's like about probably like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm like getting tired. I'm like, I better start swimming back, or I'm gonna drown. Something was like, I better start swimming back now. So I start swimming, and I'm not moving. I'm literally staying in one place because the current's coming against me, you know? So I'm swimming against the current. And then, so I turn, I'm like, all right, backstrokes are more better because I don't get as fatigued. So I start backstroking. The fear came in where I was like, I pictured myself drowning. And I pictured myself like sinking to the bottom, and that's it. Like, my body's gone. This vacation's over. I started thinking about my family. I was like, what? They came here because my sister gave birth to my niece, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, this is supposed to be like a amazing week, you know, for them. Like, we got my parents got a granddaughter, you know, I got a niece, and I fucking die in the fucking ocean. I'm like, yo, this shit's not gonna happen.
So you start screaming, help!
No, I didn't start screaming. No, because there's no one around. There was no one around to scream. And if I was to help, no one's gonna help me because everyone knows don't help a guy drowning because they're gonna drown. They're gonna drown you. You know.
Yeah.
So the switch just kicked in and said, no, I'm not fucking drowning. And you just gotta. I told myself, keep calm. Like, don't panic, because that's the worst thing you can do in any situation is panic.
Yeah.
So I told myself, keep calm and just keep fucking stroking, you know? Just keep calm, keep backstroking. And eventually, and I was like looking up at the sky, and the sun was beating at my face. I took my goggles and threw them because it was like slapping me and shit. And the rays were beaming right into goggles. And I fucking said, fuck these goggles. They're not worth it. So I just kept swimming. And finally, I turn around, and I'm a little bit closer to the shore. But now the current's taking me to the rocks where the ocean's like fucking swimming there. I'm like, fuck my life. Mm-hmm. So I turn around, start backstroking the other way, and I finally get out. But yeah, I just told myself when I faced that fear, it was just like, just keep calm. You know what you need to do. Don't panic. And, you know, just keep fucking swimming. Just keep swimming.
But another thing is, Richard, you are athletic, you know, you are working out, you are training, you're in shape.
And dude,
and this is exactly a point, a very good point when you can prove the fact, like, why is it important to be in shape?
Oh, 100%.
That's what people, man, when they neglect their fitness because they have something else better to do, or they want to be million. I get it, but you cannot neglect that. Like, that's an thing that can happen.
Dude, 100%. When I got back to land, I was so grateful that I'm athletic. Like, you know, I deadlift 600. I fucking squat 500. Well, my bench is trash now. But yeah, you know, I'm athletic. I can run and all this shit, you know? But even with all my athleticism, that shit kicked my ass. Like, I hit this barrier, and you know, so you guys hit the barrier before where you're just like, all right, I'm so fatigued, I'm so tired, but you just gotta keep pushing. And you know, if you guys are, you know, you guys work out, but anyone that works out knows this barrier that they hit. And if they keep pushing, then that's literally just grind mode at that point, you know? And I was like, and then when I got back to shore, I started thinking, like, I saw this fat dude. He's about to go out there. And I just thought to my head, bro, I hope you know how to swim well. I hope. And luckily he had a life vest and shit too, you know, so I'm pretty sure you would have been okay. But I had friends that had life vests and they swam back and they're like, dude, that shit was so tiring. And they had life vests and flippers and I had nothing. It was just my body. That's it.
Isn't it crazy that moment when you feel like you're about to die, that life just flashes before your eyes and you're thinking about all the shit that's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm. That adrenaline kicks in.
Do you feel like you get that more often now that you have a kid? Like you get that, like it's almost like a fear base of being like a shitty parent as a single dad too, right?
Right.
That you're doing a disservice to your kid if you were to do something stupid.
Well, for sure, but that's responsibility you have to take on when you have a kid, you know, because when I came here, I was alone. If I had to sleep on the street, like it's just another night on the street. Yeah. It is what it is, you know, maybe tomorrow's going to be better.
Right.
But now if you're responsible for another human being, like that's not the conversation anymore, you know? That's something that Sebastian doesn't want to take on.
Yeah. And it makes sense though, because he's so risky, like when it comes to like all of his life choices, because he's willing to do shit that I'm like, yeah, I would totally do that shit too, but not anymore. You know what I mean? Like
this conversation just become on something us picking up on him.
No, but I mean, it's true though, because like, I'm like, look, I just picked up a motorcycle. That's fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah,
like,
and keep convincing me to get one.
Yeah, because you know, I'm the bad influence. Okay, let's just put it out there.
I mean,
yeah, but you know, like it's like, but with the fear thing, you can't think about the. I want to get back because this just came to my head. With the fear thing, you can't think about the fear. You got to think about the end goal destination. You know, if you think about the fear part actually, like because I was scared of dying. Like I'm not gonna lie, I legitimately was scared, but I didn't think about that part. I just thought, this is what I need to do to survive. I need to just keep swimming, keep paddling. I didn't think about, I didn't constantly think about me dying. I said, just keep paddling, one stroke at a time, and eventually you'll get there.
That's a natural reaction to when you're about to die, though. You either fight or you flight, right? Mm-hmm. So if you flight, you're just running, you're gonna fucking give up.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to, in this moment, you only had one option.
No, it
was to survive. And if you don't, then you're going to die.
I've never been put in a situation where I literally was facing death.
Yeah.
Like this shit was crazy. It made me, I appreciate life a lot more now. And I feel like, I don't know if it's true because I'm not in another situation like that, but I feel like it made me just a little bit more cautious and think about things. I feel like
that was right before you bought a motorcycle, right?
Well, even the motorcycle, I think about a whole bunch of shit before I go on a ride, you know? Like before I go on a ride, I'm like,
that's good.
I'm like, all right, don't be too stupid, you know? Because I already picture all this shit happening in my head. Like, oh, car rear-ending me, car fucking side-swiping me not paying attention to the road and rear-ending, or, you know, whatever, you know? Or me taking a turn, hitting some gravel and some semi-truck runs my ass over, you know?
But that's what makes you smarter. You know what I mean? Like when you know all of your bad scenarios.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, I'm high-key aware of this shit now.
Like when I'm riding now, like I'm enjoying the whole ride, but every situation, I'm like, what if this car pulls up here? What if this car? I'm thinking about like possibilities. All right, I need to make sure I'm ready to escape.
Exactly.
You know, like if I'm riding, I'm never riding in the middle of the road. I'm riding on the side of the vehicle where I know there's an open space there. So in case some stupid shit happens, I can swerve. Because the cool thing about a bike, it's narrow, it's small. You can squeeze through so many tight spaces and avoid so many accidents. Yeah. And I've done it before. But you just gotta be prepared for it. You know, you gotta calculate your risk. And it's just risk assessment management. That's it, you know?
Yeah. You said you wanted to pick up a motorcycle?
No, he was keep convincing me. He was trying to convince me to get one.
You were talking
and then eventually I was like, oh shit, like maybe I should. So I started looking at some Harleys and stuff. Yeah. And then I'm like, man, fuck you. Trying to drag me with you.
WAKU, baby.
WAKU, baby.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was good times.
But yeah, man, fear's crazy.
But on the thing, on your story that you've been saying before with the swimming, and you said when it was that switch in your head, I think that's the thing, because you push yourself, you know, even training, working out, you push yourself to another limit, you know?
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I think, at least men, because I'm a man, so I can just talk for men, they should do in their life, to push themselves to a limit. And you're going to learn that there's another part of you out there, outside of the fear, outside of like, oh, I'm tired, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah.
And if you just give out there, that's your limit. But if you push, you're just going to figure out this extra energy that comes from somewhere in you, and you're just becoming stronger, and you have like how many times you've been running or like doing some sport activity,
Yeah.
and you get to a point you're fatigued, you can, and in your brain it's telling you like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, like stop, shut up,
right?
Like don't move anymore.
But as soon as you change that story in your head and like, nah, I can do more. Like I'm healthy, I ate, I'm hydrated, like I should be able. And all of a sudden, like all this wave of energy is coming over you. So now you can achieve more. And now when you finish that, then it's exactly when you're proud of yourself, you know, because you push yourself over that limit, you know?
That's true.
And
you know, I was actually talking to Kobe about this earlier, and I think, and I know it's an issue sometimes because I know I can push myself, you know, and I gotta kind of like, I just lost my train of thought.
Calm down a little bit or what?
Yeah, like, so example, when I'm in a situation and I just charge in sometimes and I don't think about it. And I know it's that sometimes because like, how do I put it? It's like the fight or flight, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not a flight guy. I'm a fight guy, and I'm realizing that. But sometimes there's not a good time to fucking just jump in because, you know, you're just, I basically black out and just charge in, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah. He's like a bull.
Yeah.
like a bull.
He just goes in like a fucking bull.
Yeah. Like, for example, like, you remember when I fought Tim, right?
Oh yeah.
You did
like,
what? You fought?
In high school, one of our friends, he wanted to box, so he slapped me, and I was like, dude, you don't want to slap me. Like, stop, I don't want to fight you. Then he slaps me again, and I just black out. And I literally just charge. No, I don't black out like
I got knocked the fuck out.
No. I don't black out like that. My vision just goes tunnel, and I don't see shit, and I just see what I need to hit, and I just fucking keep going, you know? Like, for example, I had a dream, and I was getting ambushed, and I thought about this after I woke up. But in the dream, it worked out successfully. I just charged in. I was getting ambushed, and I just charged in. And then I woke up, and I thought about it. I was like, and I was thinking about my personality, and I was like, in real life, I probably would have died if I just charged in.
Yeah.
It was a gunfight. It was a gunfight, and I just fucking...
It's like playing a video game.
Yeah, I was like hiding, and I was like, fuck this. And I just ran up. Bah, 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 you know? It worked out because it was my dream.
Good story, though.
Good story, yeah.
I had a lot to learn from it.
But I'm saying, like...
Thank you for sharing.
But I'm saying in real life... But I'm saying
Don't charge into gunfight.
Yeah, in real life, though, like, if I was to do that in real life, I'd probably get Swiss cheesed.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny because in real life, you're actually a lot more cautious when it comes to that situation, specific situation. But I think when you live your life as risky as you do, you also have to be extremely risk tolerant as well. Like, you have to know and be extremely aware. It's kind of like, I was reading this book, and it's talking about how CIA and the FBI were talking about it, right? They were writing about some of the most successful things that you need to implement into your life. And when you're in a different country, you should never just be walking on the phone and texting and doing whatever the fuck you're doing. You should never be just spaced out. You should always be extremely, like, what do they call it? Like, environment aware. You know, like, just aware of everything that's going on. Like if you wake out, like, if you walk out of your house right now, and you know you walk out of your house every time at the same time, and you notice there's a new car in the fucking street, you better know there's a fucking new car in the street. You know what I mean? Because if you're just like, one day you're just walking by, you're like, where the fuck did that car come from?
And so you go, pop, pop, pop.
You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck, dude?
Well, I get so paranoid with shit like this when some car is parked in front of my house.
Yeah.
But I also grew up somewhere else. But
I mean, I did too.
But I sit there, I'm looking on the window, pulling.
You're that guy.
I'm that guy, like, looking, turn on the light, huh?
Walk by with your flashlight.
Yeah,
whose car is this? Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's situational at work. Like, I do a lot of risky stuff, but I calculate a lot of shit in my head before I do. Like, for example, if I want to go jump off a cliff and do a front flip, I'm like, all right, I know everything that can go wrong.
Yeah.
If I hit this wrong, I can black out, break a rib or whatever. Do I have anyone around that can save me? No. All right, I better make sure I'm very cautious with this flip.
You still do it. I don't have anybody to save me, but I'm gonna fucking still do it.
I mean, it's like when I went out to fucking swimming, you know? I was like, you know, fuck it, you know? But like, I'm like, all right, so now I'm like, I'm trying to calculate all the risks, you know? And I'm like, all right. And then you have to come to terms with the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
You know, like even when like I go on stage and do flips and tricks, you know, there's times I'm like thinking, you know, today's not a good day. My ankle feels kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a backflip. It's not worth it. Days I'm feeling my body, I'm like, I feel pretty good today. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, you know. But I'm calculating things. Like even if something feels like a little bit off, I'm like, I'm not gonna attempt it because I don't think it's the risk reward is not worth it.
Because you're an athlete too, and you had injuries, and you know how to work around them.
Yeah, exactly.
Know?
Yeah, like George isn't gonna go and fucking do anything stupid right now because his ribs are fucked.
Oh shit, man! Don't remind me of that.
But I'm just saying,
that's
like,
gonna be 2 months of just sitting.
2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
I broke the ribs and the intercostal muscle. They torn.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was fun.
What did you do?
Just rolling in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, I see. Yeah. God damn. What, are you not drinking enough water or some shit?
No, I was. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Probably I didn't warm up good enough or something, you know?
Yeah, not enough stretching or some shit. Damn.
Yeah, we're getting to the age where we have to like make sure we warmed up.
That's exactly what it is, because before I used to like just jump in there and be fine.
Yeah.
But I see like older I get, I need to start warming up more. Like it's...
Yeah, I feel like my morning stretches used to be like 5 minutes and I hit the gym, no problem. Now it's like 30 minutes. It's like I gotta do like a whole yoga session, like whole thing.
Are you doing yoga?
Yeah, I do a little bit of yoga. I do cardio, like I do jump roping and I have like this. Oh, I put it away. There's like a little ball. It's like a foam ball, and I just roll it, and it just says like to do like 30 burpees. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, god damn it.
I seen that foam ball.
Yeah. And I was like, god damn it. All right, so I'll do that. So I'll do that with my son to just keep him conditioned and shit. Like in the middle of like his school, I'll just be like, roll the dice, Leo, let's go, 20 push-ups. You know what I mean? All right, get back to class. All right, cool. But yeah, every morning, man, it's 30 minutes. Like I go outside because it's too. Have you seen my gym in my garage?
No.
I have a full gym in the garage, but it's too fucking cold. It's fucking freezing. I don't
get pussy.
Yeah, it's so fucking cold, dude. I like wake up and I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking.
That wakes you up.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It does not fucking wake me up.
I just want to go back home.
And then my joints fucking hurt because I'm getting older, right? So it's like, god damn, bro. So like, instead of doing that, I take my weights outside now to the backyard because the sun comes up that way. And then I have my jump rope, I have my yoga mat. I'll do 30 minutes of stretching. I'll do fucking cardio plus the high intensity training. And then I'll do like, some 25, 35, two double, dumbbells. And then I'll just do some workouts like that just for now.
That's good. Whatever you do to move your body and just maintain, that's healthy.
But I just like the fucking sun exposure, bro. You know what I mean?
Every day. We stopped doing those videos.
We stopped doing the videos, but I still do sun exposure here and there. Not as much as I did during the summertime because sometimes it's just cold and I'm just like. I have a protocol that I'm following and that I'm giving to people that I'm coaching to. But I try to wake up and exactly walk outside for like 15 minutes at least,
Yeah, nice.
And get some sun.
Yeah. They say within the first 15 minutes, you're supposed to start moving your body, right?
For sure.
And you're supposed to drink, I think it's like, 43 ounces of water?
So my thing is when I wake up, the first thing I'm doing, I'm drinking 30 ounces of water.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Like a whole, one of these.
No, a little bit. Probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 glasses of water or something like that. Like regular glasses, 2 or 3 glasses.
I don't know. I have a cup that's exactly measured 30 ounces. So I bought it for that. So I put it at night. I get it ready at night. So when I wake up in the morning, it's next to my bed, and I just chug that up.
Yeah, this one's a 84 ounce.
Yeah, this one's 40. So.
Yeah, this one's 84.
Yeah, so a little bit smaller than less than that.
Yeah, so I drink about half of this in the morning.
Yeah, they say you're supposed to drink like a whole thing of this, and then first 15 minutes is like literally get the fuck outside,
right,
and start moving your body
and do a cold shower. Man, that cold shower in the morning, that's a life changing. I swear.
I'm working. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a pussy ever since I moved in this house. I've been telling myself like, you're gonna get into that cold ass pool one of these mornings, but I can't do it because I go out to that back door and the thermostat is right there, right?
And it's like 48, something like that.
No, dude, it's like fucking 30 something degrees.
No, it's not, right?
Yes, it is. I swear to God, it's 28 degrees in the night here. When I wake up, it's 30 something degrees at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like. In the pool, the fucking pool water, dude.
Do 3 minutes.
Fuck that, dude. I'm such a big fucking pussy.
I did the most I did was 20 minutes. That was last winter. And I did it because somebody challenged me, like, oh yeah, you know how it was? Rogan did the 20 minutes. So I was like, oh, I bet you cannot do it.
What's the temperature though?
Bet. It was 42.
40. Fuck, that thing is 30 something degrees.
It was 42. I was 42. I had a friend over, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna. He stayed for 1 minute. He started bitching. So I did 20 minutes, right? And I'm fine. But the thing is, I get out, I start moving. I go in the house and I have the fireplace on, and I'm getting cold. I feel like I'm getting cold, but it's a weird cold. It's not like you're getting cold from you cold. You're getting cold from inside. Like your organs are cold.
It's like when you drink, like when you haven't eaten and you drink cold water, right?
So I start shivering so bad. So I'm sitting in front of the fireplace and I'm cold. I'm like, yeah. I go upstairs. I do a hot shower. So I'm taking a hot shower. I'm cold while I'm in the hot shower, right? I'm putting then clothes on, like socks, hat, everything. I go downstairs. I sit in front of the fireplace again. 1 hour later, I'm trying to check my temperature, right? After 1 hour, I had, how many fucking degrees I had? 87.
Damn.
Your body's supposed to be like, what, 93, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was 1 hour later, I was 87.
Wow.
God damn.
So, but that's when I learned, like, that's I don't think I get any benefits from that.
No, I think that's bad for you.
Even at
Did you get sick after?
No, I didn't. But I feel like shit after that.
Yeah.
10 minutes I did, and it was close. It wasn't as bad, but pretty similar.
Yeah.
So I noticed the best time where I'm getting benefits and I'm not like cold after, it's 3 minutes. Because
So just 3 minutes of it.
I test everything on myself before I tell anybody else.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll do like a hot to cold shower or vice versa.
I do that too.
I think those are fun because I'm like, oh fuck, it feels like I'm swimming.
Right.
Like that I like doing those. But dude, I'm telling you, I don't have the fucking balls to go there. I feel
Let's
like
do it after.
Fuck no. I feel like if I go in there, I'm gonna get sick. I will get sick, bro. Like pneumonia or some shit. Cause it's fucking cold, bro. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
But you have to start slow. Start doing the cold shower. Don't just jump on there right away.
No, I know. Yeah, I do the cold shower, but how cold can your shower really be?
I mean, it is colder now because it's winter, but just do 30 seconds, do 1 minute, just gradually go up to like 3 minutes, and then just start going in a pool.
Yeah, my routine after I hit the gym in the morning, and then I go hit the sauna for 20 minutes. Then after the sauna for 20 minutes, I jump in the cold shower for like 5 minutes because it's the shower, so it's not getting super cold. So I'm like 5 minutes, I can hang.
I could do that after a fucking good workout. I can jump in like a cold ass shower and just be fine. But like first thing in the morning, you're already waking up. Like
that's the best because you wake up and you have those thoughts like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do this. Like you're being a bitch, And
this hard ass dick right now. I'm gonna jump in the shower. Goddamn.
And then listen, I don't ever want to do it. There's no morning I'm looking forward to do it. Like I'm like fuck. Like and every morning I say the same shit. I'm gonna do it today. I'm just gonna do it later. Yeah. But that's a non-negotiable. You need to have it. And then I just turn it on and I'm just jumping there. I'm telling you, every time I get out of there, I feel so much better. I have so much more clarity.
That's true. Yeah.
Like I love it. It sucks when I'm in there, but after that, like I love it. And I was reading that it does release a lot of endorphins.
It does.
So you are like really feeling happier after.
Yeah, they say it's really good for your dopamine. Yeah, because a lot of times, like, what's the first thing that we fucking do when we wake? Like normally, you wake up, you sit on the fucking toilet, or you take a piss, and you're on your phone.
I don't. I cut that habit.
I know.
I used to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But let's say like that's the reality of where everybody is now.
Right.
So what happens is that we start to get all of this artificial dopamine from fucking social media, Facebook, Instagram, right? So yeah, you're right, dude. Just jumping in the shower and doing that in the morning, you're not going to need your social media fix.
No, here's the thing. You need to have I think morning routine is extremely important. You need to set up a routine that it's obviously you can be consistent with, right. Because everybody has a different kind of schedule. But if let's say you have to wake up and go, because that's a lot of people's excuse. Oh, I have to wake up, I have to go to work. Perfectly fine. Wake up 30 minutes earlier.
Or 2 hours earlier.
Yeah, if you have 30 minutes and you just wake up, you go, you do a cold shower, you have a walk, you do whatever some people are into journaling, into whatever you figure out that works for you, And then you start your day. Yeah. And then you pick up your phone. Like my phone, I put it on plane mode when I sleep. I'm sleeping anyway, so it's not like. And I wake up, I do all my stuff that I have to do. I have to get ready. I'm getting dressed. I'm going downstairs. I'm getting my whatever, if I eat breakfast or not, if I'm fasting or not that day. And after that, after I'm done with everything, then I pick up my phone and check something, you know?
Do you feel like you put did you hear about the airplane mode thing on your phone for radiation?
I heard that too. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I heard that.
You put it on airplane so you don't get that constant ping.
Right.
You hear about that?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, so apparently our phones ping every like 9 seconds. So it pings like a satellite. So it needs to stay in signal, right? So apparently, because we constantly have this phone pinging and we're sleeping next to it or we have it in our pocket, it affects everything. I mean, it basically...
You sleep with the phone in the pocket?
What?
You sleep on the phone with the phone on the pocket?
No. I'm just saying, like, when we have it in our pocket, we're walking around all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it pings. So basically, they're talking about like creating like this. You know, you heard about the 5G burns or metastasizing fucking cancer cells and brain cancer tumor and all this shit. It's crazy, man. And it also affects your nuts.
Yeah, that's why I keep the phone in my butt cheek pocket. I don't keep it in my front pocket anymore.
So you're gonna have fucking anal cancer.
At least I have my balls still, all right? At least I have my nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Your prostate is in there.
Fuck. Well, good thing I have some thick cakes, you know, from all the squats I got. So I got to get through all the muscle density first before it hits my anus and my prostate. So,
shit. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to WAKU season number 2, episode number 1 with our boy George. George, you want to plug yourself, bro? Go ahead and do that in the camera right
Thank you.
here.
I am on Instagram. It's AGL_Pascal. And that's pretty much the only platform I'm being active. I'm not really using the other ones.
You don't do those sexy dances on TikTok?
No, man. I have a TikTok because I wanted to see what it is. I don't get into it. I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of it. Like for me, it's such a bullshit. I mean,
it's a distraction.
Wrong. For sure.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
Our soon to come Patreon.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, and notification button.
Peace. See you, George.
Bye.